Is it visible now? Please check.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So in work study, we were discussing with recording techniques, and last class we were discussing two charting techniques. Like in macro motion, in charting we have two categories as given here: macro motion and micro motion. In macro motion, there are four different types like operations process chart, flow process chart, two-handed process chart, and multiple activity chart. In micro motion, we have SIMO chart, simultaneous motion chart, abbreviated as SIMO chart. So these are under charting techniques, whereas there are other diagrams for method study like flow diagram, string diagram, travel chart, and photographic aids. And so these are the major symbols we would use for operations chart as well as the flow process chart. So last class we have done some exercise also in using these symbols. So this class will move on to next charting technique, uh, two-handed process chart, sometimes called right hand left hand chart. That means we are making use of both of our hands for any activities that are recorded with both left hand and right hand side. Okay, so a single operator, when he uses his both hands for doing any processes, like as I told you, the turning, milling, whatever it is. So what is right hand doing and what is left hand doing, both are recorded with given duration or time. Okay. Sometimes it will be idle also. That also will be recorded in this chart. Okay. So chart will look like similar to that of this flow process chart, but the only difference is we will record both left hand as well as right hand. Whereas in case of operations process chart or flow process chart, we will not mention which hand and all. We will just mention the operator is working, what is operation, what is transportation, what is storage, inspection, delay. So all those things we'll mention, but without knowing which hand is doing which work. Whereas in case of two-handed process chart, we are going to just record the activities of both of the operators hands. Okay, like operation, transport. In operation, already we came to know this grasp, position, use, release of a tool, component, material, whatever it is. So these are under operations. Okay, and in transport, the movement of material or movement of the hand from one place to another place to take the material or set up set up the machineries, whatever it may be. If the hand moves from one position to another position, will record as a transport. Okay. Whereas grasp, position, or some operations, uh, what we are doing in the machines. Okay, those are under operation category. Delay refers to the time when the hand or limb is idle, so without doing any work or without moving. So without movement or without any work, if your hand is idle, that is recorded as delay. And storage, the term hold is used here instead of storage, because in hands we cannot store, we cannot use, it is not appropriate to use the term storage. So instead we use the term hold. So sometimes when we assemble something, say for example using hand, one hand will be just uh, held, as it is and one hand will be moving. So what will be recorded in the chart? One hand as a operation and one other hand will be as hold. Hold means the storage symbol. Okay. So the activity inspection by hand is considered as an operation itself. So there is no separate operation inspection here. Why? Because the hand is doing some operation. So the inspection is included in operation itself. So using these steps or guides, we will suggestions we will go for some charting technique. General guidelines also given, like provide all information about the job in the chart. Study the operation cycle a few times before starting to record. So you should know what are the steps right from beginning till end. So those act like in previous flow process chart, you have listed down several activities. Like that here also you are going to list down activities for both right hand as well as left hand separately. In case of flow process chart, you have listed down all the activities in one list, whereas in two-handed chart you are going to list down, so that you should know before starting itself. Otherwise, in once you started the work, then it is very difficult to concentrate on charting also. So before starting your work itself, you should know various steps, what left hand will do, what right hand will do, that you have to imagine and list down the activities. Then only while doing your activities you can record the timing. That is most important. So how much time the right hand has taken, how much time the left hand has taken for each activity, that you should record while doing actual work. That is the reason you should categorize the activities for left hand and right hands before starting itself. So record one hand at a time. First record the activities of the hand which starts the first work. Do not combine different activities like operation transport in one category. These things we have already followed in flow process chart also. So some of the things you should observe very minutely, because you may sometimes forget. Once you finish off this operation, then you have to recall which hand does this operation, which hand has already, uh, hold the held the part for some time. Those things, no, it is very difficult to recall once it is done. So it is better to list down the activities first, then you can proceed according to your list for both the hands. For example, you can take down assembly of washer and nut to a bolt. So it's a simple activity for your hand. You have several trays, like in one tray you have bolts, one tray you have nuts, one tray you have one washers, and other tray you have empty tray, in which you have to put all the finished that means assembled product. What you are going to assemble is bolt, nut and washer. Okay, so all bolt, nut, washer are in different trays, whereas one empty tray is there. After assembling it, you should put the finished product in that empty tray. Now we have listed down all the activities. Say for example, left hand and right hand we have categorized. For left hand, the activities like to the bolt tray, picks up one bolt, returns to original position holding the bolt. Then from 5th to 8th it is mentioned like idle, 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 idle. Then ninth activity is to the assembly tray. Then 10th activity puts the bolt in the tray. Then 11th activity returns to the original position. This is for left hand, whereas just go through the right hand. To first activity, to the washer tray, picks up one washer, returns to the initial position, assemble washer over bolt. Fifth activity is to the nut tray. Sixth activity, picks up one nut. Seventh activity, returns to initial position. Eighth activity, assemble nut to the bolt. Ninth, 10th, 11th activity will be idle. So most of the time we will come to know right hand will be working more many activities than left hand, but left hand also has some activities like which I have shown. To assemble simple nut bolt with washer, you have to use both of your hands, for which we categorized 11 activities, not 11 activities, different activities for both the hands. Okay, in total 11 numbers. So now you have the symbols right from, I mean, here we have mentioned three symbols like operation, transportation and storage. In right hand also, in the last column you could see operation, transportation and storage. Now you start with, see, first operation, to the bolt tray. To the bolt tray means your hand is moving to the tray. Where bolt is there, you are going to pick it up. Okay. So that we consider as a transport. So your hand is moving to the bolt tray. The point is mentioned exactly at the center like transport symbol. Okay. The next picks up one bolt. That means it is an operation. You picking, you are doing some operation. You are picking up. So that is the dot is in the operation. Then returns to original position. So where you have started, you have come. That is again a movement. Okay. Then holding the bolt. It is storage like we have discussed. No holding. Then holding keeps on. So even though it is considered as idle, it is mentioned in this storage I mean area. So storage symbol like 1 2 3 4 5 dots mentioned for storage symbol. What actually your hand is doing, simply keeping the bolt in the original position. So during this time what happens, the simultaneous operation of your right hand, the right hand goes to washer tray, picks up one washer. So again transport, picks up one washer is operation, again return to one position is initial position is movement, then assembles washer over bolt, again another operation assemble. Even though the holding, the left hand is holding one bolt, whereas right hand is assembling on the bolt. Then to the nut tray, again it is a transportation. Then picks up one nut, it is an operation. Then returns to initial position, again movement, transport. Assemble nut. So first washer you are putting on the bolt, then again you go to nut tray, you pick up one nut, then assemble the nut on the above the washer. Okay, so assemble it. So you have finished the assemble. So now your right hand goes to the original position and it keeps idle. So it is mentioned in the storage like three dots in storage. Whereas now your left hand as ninth to the assembly tray, it goes to assembly tray as a movement, then puts the bolt in the tray is an operation, then returns to original position is transportation. So you connect all the dots, you will get this different you know a curve like line, you know the line, the lines are joined, uh, I mean the dots are joined using this line. So you will get different um, diagram, isn't it, for both the left hand as well as right hand. Is this technique clear? Two-handed process chart.
Yes,
Then you
sir.
have to note down the times also, timing for each category. The time is not mentioned. I will um, take another example. You will understand how to note down time. Is it clear?
Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
So in the left hand tenth number, it is written that puts the bolt in the tray, right?
Please be louder. I could not hear properly.
So in the left hand tenth
Yes.
number,
Which number?
tenth,
Yes, yes.
it is written puts the bolt in the tray. It's after assembly, right?
After assembly, yes.
Okay, sir.
What is your doubt?
So it is just written that push the bolt. I thought it's without assembly.
No, no. Just keep the bolt in the tray. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts now? Anyone? Shanskar Gupta, Shreyan Malik, Shankameshwar, Upayan Das, Rangola Manohar.
No, sir.
Okay. So now we'll move on to next chart. Man-machine chart or multiple activity chart. It is also known as gang process chart. So you can have multiple operator or multiple machines. In this example, I have taken one machine, one operator with multiple machines. So this man machine chart or otherwise called as multiple activity chart. Suppose for example, one machine is handling several different machines or same similar machines. Okay, suppose you have number of lathes. When you have number of lathes, only one operator is looking after some operations, turning operation or turning operation or thread cutting operation or step turning operation or some other facing operation, whatever you can do. He is taking care of all these operations in different lathes, lathe number 1, lathe number 2, lathe number 3, lathe number 4, but only one operator. So how will you make the chart for this example? So that is what we are going to discuss in man-machine chart or multiple activity chart. Whatever so far we have discussed, we imagine that operator is doing some activity on a particular machine or particular area. Whereas here in man-machine chart or multiple activity chart, he can move from one machine to another machine or the machines are nearby him, so he can do parallelly with each machine. Okay, it happens in small industries, subcontracting industries. They will not appoint more laborers. So what happen, one labor will take care of several machines, 2 3 machines, isn't it, simultaneously. So he will start with first machine, then the machine will automatically do some jobs, then he will move on to next machine, he will start again the next machine, again the next machine will start proceeding, then he moves on to third machine, he will start proceeding with other operation. The only one person is taking care of all 3 or 4 or even 5, isn't it, of machines for different jobs or same jobs maybe. Okay, so that is what, how the chart looks like, we are going to discuss here. Also known as gang process chart, used when several workers operate a single machine or render a single service. Used when a single worker is operating several machines. Okay, and used to show the exact relationship between idle and operating times of both workers and machines. There are other points like an operation performed by one member of the group may continue while another member is performing more than one operation. Okay, the chart should cover the complete cycle for the longest performing member. That means the whole product, right from raw material or whatever it is given to the laborer, he will finish off as per the part diagram. Okay. So on the basis of the recorded events in the chart, one can rearrange the process so that idle time is reduced. So you will, once you come out with this chart, you will come to know who is having more idle time, which man or which machine having more idle time, so that you can try to reduce the wastage of time or the idle time of both laborers as well as machines. It is used for balancing the work. Once you find out the idle time, then it is easy to balance the works equally to machineries or laborers, isn't it? So for this purpose, this chart is very much useful. Now you can look at this chart. For example, so no operation is mentioned, but even then, if you go through this chart, one operator operating 2 machines, that's what given. But we can have some, for example, you take thread cutting operation. Okay, A operator is doing thread cutting in two lathes, say for example two lathes of different size. You can say first lathe can have different size of thread. Similarly, lathe machine 2 can have different size of lathe, different size of thread in a small rod. Okay, so the general chart looks like this. First title, man machine chart, present method, then job, what thread cutting, whatever it is, then operator name, then who has given this chart, the person who has done this chart, his name, then date, activity, machine 1, machine 2. The time we can mention later on. Okay, don't bother about now. Then symbol, you can have some symbols like horizontal lines. Okay, horizontal lines is for loading purpose. When you load the raw material into machines, you have horizontal lines. When you do some activity, like as I told you, thread cutting, so it is given as uh, dotted diagram. Then unloading is mentioned as some vertical lines, isn't it? After finishing your operation, you are going to unload the material, finished product, that is mentioned using a vertical line. Now time is given randomly. For example, here it is given in minutes, 1 2 3 4 5 up to 12 minutes it is given. Then you can mention the activities in the second column, which I have not mentioned here because there is no operation mentioned in this example. But just for your understanding purpose, I am telling it is thread cutting operation. Okay. So when you once you come to know this thread cutting operation, you can very well list down the activities in the second column. Okay. Then third column is operator. In operator, he starts his work. So I have made a hatching line, isn't it? So hatching line means operator is engaged in machine 1, but machine 1 has not yet started his thread cutting activity. First operator is doing some setting up operation, that is loading. He is just setting up the spindles, setting up some tailstock, headstock, and some tool post. Okay. Then he is fixing the rod into the spindle, isn't it? So all this takes some time, maybe 2 minutes or whatever it is. Here it is given 2 minutes. The operator is first 1 minute is setting up. Then second minute he has started the first machine. He has started the first means after first minute the machine has started. Then the operator moves on to machine 2 to set up. So machine 2 started in second minute, then 1 minute for setting up the machine 2. Then again machine 2 has started his thread cutting. Okay, so machine 1 started first after first minute, then machine 2 has started after second minute. Okay, now once both the machine have started, operator is simply idle, looking after both the machine. Simply he is observing. Okay, he is noting down time or whatever it is. He is simply idle, he is not doing any operation till 7th minute. Okay, after 7th minute machine 2 has completed its thread cutting, because maybe it has lesser measurements of thread. So machine 2 has completed its operation. So he has to unload the part from machine 2. So vertical line for next 1 minute. Till that time the machine 1 is running. Then again he has started machine 2 for next thread cutting, maybe another material. Okay, another part he has loaded on the machine 2 itself, because machine 2 has done with first part. So he has loaded second part for next thread cutting. Then once he has loaded, he has started the machine, he has come to machine 1. By the time machine 1 has finished exactly, then machine 1 is being unloaded now. So vertical line. Then machine 1 has started with second part. So loading, horizontal line. Then machine 1 has started, so dotted. So after 13th minute, maybe he would have completed, which is not given here. By the time, I mean, when the machine is running, the operator is simply idle. Okay. So this is what a standard method of doing man-machine chart. It is not only for two machines, you can include as many machines as possible, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is for one operator. Similarly, you can make two operators with one machine, or three operators with one machine, or three operators with three machine. That is why it is mentioned multiple activity. It is not mentioned only two machines or some numbers. It is not mentioned in the title. Man, simply it is given man machine chart or multiple activity chart. Thereby you can mention any number of operators with any number of machineries. Only thing, whatever the operator is doing, you can record with corresponding machines. Okay, and you can calculate the times. You can mention in the chart as a summary. This loading, this much time it takes, machining, this much time it has taken in total after completing the job. Then unloading, how much time it has taken. You can include one more active row in the summary, idle time. It is not given in this chart, whereas I will show you in the next chart. Okay, you take down this chart. You have machine 1, machine 2, okay, and the third column is operator. The time scale is given. Always you should mention the timeline, then only you will be able to mention how much time it takes. So from 0 to 50 minutes, the unit is minutes here. So first machine, it is loading up to 5 minutes, then operation up to 25 minutes, then loading for next part, then up to 50 minutes it is doing some activity. You come to second machine, first 5 minutes it is idle, that is why it is empty. Then next 5 minutes loading has started in second machine. Then how much time? Almost 10 minutes. 10 minutes for doing some job in second machine. Then started loading operation. Okay. Then comes again another operation. Then loading. Then another operation. Isn't it? For machine 2. Then operator first he started loading on first machine, then second he is loading on second machine. So he is engaged first 5 minutes, sorry, first 10 minutes. Then from 10 to 20 minutes he is idle because no work, because both the machines are engaged. Then after 15th machine he started some loading unloading operation in both the machines. So next 10 minutes he is busy. Then again next 5 minutes he is idle, so empty. Then next 5 minutes he is loading or unloading, okay, in some of the machines. Then after that he is idle. So the total time you can summarize like here in the bottom. I have given summary of the multiple activity chart. Machine 1, 40 minutes is working time, whereas idle time, there is no idle time in machine 1. You can see there is no empty space. I mean, there is no white color space in machine 1. So white color space is mentioned as idle time. So there is no white color box. So there is no idle time, 0. Setting time, yes, it is there, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. There are two places where setting time, 10 minutes. Then machine 2, 30 minutes total working time, whereas 5 minutes idle time, initial idle time, white color box, isn't it? So 5 minutes idle time, whereas setting time 15 minutes, because there are three places you have vertical line. So 3 setting time. Then operator, you have 25 minutes working time, because loading, unloading, all this, the operator has 25 minutes. Then idle time also 25 minutes. You can calculate the white boxes, white spaces in operator column, third column. You can have 25 minutes. Okay. So this is the summary where we have included idle time also. In the previous example, we have not given idle time, but you can include also. That is why I have given this example. Then one more, these examples are for some manufacturing industries where you do some turning, milling, or thread cutting, grinding, such operations. Whereas next example, I have given some service oriented industry. You can look at this work machine chart. That's the same thing, but for a government coffee store. So customer, the first column you look at this customer. Always time scale is there. Left side you have mentioned time scale. Okay. So customer, the first column. Then second, how much time he takes for that activity. Then second column, first column customer, second column time for this customer, and third column a clerk of that company, that coffee store. Then activities of that clerk. Then fourth column is time. Third column is clerk's activity. Fourth column is time for that clerk. Then fifth column is the machine, the coffee grinder, when it works. Okay, so when it becomes idle. Then the last column, sixth column, will be the time taken by machines. So now you look at the activity. First activity of first customer: ask grocer for 1 pound of coffee. 5 minutes. It takes 5 seconds. Sorry, the time is given in 5 seconds. He's asking for 1 pound coffee. Okay, brand coffee, brand and grind. Then the clerk is listening to order, for which he takes again the same time, 5 seconds. After listening, he is going to do work. Who? The clerk. Only clerk has activities, whereas the customer is waiting for his product. So clerk has get coffee, put in machine, set grind and start grinder, idle while machine grinds. Then third, stop grinder, place coffee in package. Then give coffee to customer, wait for customer to pay for coffee. So till this time the clerk is continuously working, for which the time is given like 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 21 seconds, 12 seconds, 17 seconds. Okay. Whereas the customer is having only first 5 seconds working, then 1, 2, 3 activities he is just waiting, that is idle. 15, 21, 12 he is idle. Then at the last row he is doing some work, that means receiving coffee, paying grocer and receive change. So at that time both 17 seconds. Whereas if you come to machine first 2 activities it is idle when the customer and clerk are busy, whereas machine is idle for first 5 minutes and seconds, 5 seconds and 15 seconds. Then third activity, the clerk is idle, whereas machine started grinding 21 minutes. Okay, 21 seconds. Then after grinding, then the grinder becomes idle for next 2 activities. So now we look at the summary. Total idle time for customer, clerk, coffee grinder. For customer it is 48 seconds. Just you can sum it up. Clerk 21 seconds, coffee grinder 49 seconds. Working time 22 seconds, clerk 49 seconds, coffee grinder 21 seconds, customer 22 seconds, clerk 49 seconds. Then total cycle time for all of them it is 70 seconds, because to get the product you need to wait for total of 70 seconds. Okay. So utilization we are now calculating. Customer utilization only 22 seconds he is working. Other time he is idle out of this 70. So 31% is working for this customer, whereas 49 seconds, 49 out of 70, 70% clerk is working, whereas machine 21 out of 70, only 30% is working out of this total cycle time. So when you look at the total cycle time of 70, only clerk is working maximum than that of customer and the coffee grinder. So this is what you are going to write in the text. Okay, and you can infer something. So instead of waiting time, he can go for some other shops or do some activity. Okay, here he can do some calculation activity. Whatever you want to do, you can include based on this calculation only. Okay. So have you understood whatever so far we have discussed? Anyone can unmute and say.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in that? Sharad, Keshav, Krishna.
No, sir.
Diksha Rai, Jaitin, Jayvel, Jaysimhan. Joel Jude, Ravi Ranjan Singh, Sagar Raji, Sarthak Kanojia, Sheshadri, Sivanesan, Yadu Krishna, So I'll go to next slide for your exercise. You can do this exercise as usual, and you can send it to, you can upload the handwritten file in the Google form. Okay, just go through this three exercise. Assume data as you think it is appropriate for all these three simple exercises for charting. Okay, just go through this.
So we have to do all three for the attendance.
Yes, all the simple exercise only, like what we have discussed no so far.
So we have to do all three questions, or we have to select only one?
No, this is not examination. No, this is just exercise. You can take your own time and you can submit. Okay?
So till what time can we submit?
Like maybe by today evening, I mean night at 8 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Please note down. Okay, otherwise take a screenshot or whatever you want. You can note down these examples. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now till I submit your Google form for attendance.
So can you upload this PPT on Meetup?
Yes, sure, I will upload.
Sir, where is the Google form?
Please wait.
So you can submit the Google form till 8, right?
Yes, yes. Just check your chat box. Have you received?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So when do we have to submit it?
Yeah, before tonight, maybe 8 o'clock to 8 p.m.
Okay, sir. Can we leave now?
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Can I ask a doubt on DA?
Yes, you can ask.
Sir, what does contribution mean in the table given? The first question.
Contribution, we have discussed, no, like sales minus variable cost, right? Forget that. Before CAT 1 exam itself, we have discussed contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost, right? Sangameswar, who has asked that? Have you understood?
Sir, can you repeat it?
Sorry, your voice is not clear. Please check your internet and come back. Or you can make use of this private chat box to communicate. I could not hear anything from you.